Alright guys, welcome to another episode of Wandering Joe's Fly Fishing. On this episode, we are going to be tying the purple GFA hopper. And so, let's get to the materials right away, and then let's get tying. So today for a hook, we are using a size 12 TMC 5263. And then, we are using Perfect Hatch 6/0 thread. I need to be sponsored by Perfect Hatch because I've used their thread and all the things. We are using for the body of this hopper 2mm craft fly foam in purple, obviously. We are wrapping the hook in this UV2 purple laser sparkle dub. We need a wing, of course, and we are going to be using just traditional elk hair in order to get the wing. And we have legs on the GFA hopper, and we are going to use silicone legs. The color is blue with purple flake, and these are from Fly Shack. Also, I am going to use the foam cut. I'm going to cut it myself, which is a hook shank in length. But I also want to highlight that I picked up these guys. These are Chernobyl cutters from River Road Creations. I've used some. They cut really great. They have a consistent form. And so those are nice. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to show you how I tied these flies the first time around. So let's get to tying. Alright guys, we have our TMC 5263 in the vise, and as always, we are going to wrap some purple thread on the hook. And so, I started maybe just one eye backwards, because we're pretty much going to go all the way to the front, and so I'm going to wrap the thread back all the way to the barb. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start wrapping upward with the UV2 laser / sparkle dubbing. I really wish I kept the label on the thing to know exactly what it was, but I know it was made by UV2 because I found it at Sportsman's Warehouse, and that's what they have there. So, I'm going to take a couple wraps backwards to start the dubbing, and then we're just going to wrap forward. And we're going to cover the entire hook as evenly as possible with this dubbing. It's very nice dubbing. I really like the colors. I really, really like the colors. And we'll see if I need a little bit more at the end. No, I'm going to thin it out. I think that'll be good enough. Okay. So, then we're going to take our 2mm craft foam, and we are going to place it just behind the hook, about a hook gap past, right? And the width of this foam I cut is a hook gap. So we're going to tie it in, and then because you see it's popping up, I'm going to take some of this gel super glue, and I'm going to put it right there on the dubbing. I like the gel just because it gives me just a little bit of time to mess around with it. So, I like flipping it so I can see where center is. I can see where center is. Okay, I'll turn it back. And at this point in time, I'm gonna cut the little point in this foam. And I'm gonna cut from the back of the hook to the center. And excuse my hands. I like doing it at this step, see? just like that. I like doing it this step because without the elk hair and everything else in the way, it's just easier to get to. It's just easier. So now, because a grasshopper or a hopper has segments, we're going to create 3 segments. Can we go a little bit farther? There we go. There's 1 segment. Cross over. There's 2 segments. Cross over. There's 3 segments. Then I'm going to cross over back. 1. Cross over back. 2. Okay. Alright. So, it looks a little mangy and messy, but underneath, you know, if I kept the segments, there's just 1 wrap in each section. The crisscross is on top is where it gets a little nuts. So, next thing is to add the elk hair. So, I'm going to take a clump of that elk hair I got here. It's just regular, general, good old elk hair. And I'm going to splay it out some so I can get all the dubbing material and some of the shorter parts, get it out. And then I'm going to put it in my medium-sized stacker first. So I'm going to put in the medium stacker. Okay. And I took the rubber off the bottom of this because the rubber prevented me from stacking nicer stacks, I guess. So bear with the noise. Okay. So that's what we have for a stack. Now I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it in my small stacker so we can get a really, really nice tight clump. Bear with the noise again. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. So, for sizing, we're going to go right to the bend of the hook. Right. And some people cut their elk hair before. I do not. I just, you know, at least for this guy, all this stuff's hidden. So, let's start chopping away. Come on. Alright, now that we got that, let's do a couple reps. Make sure it's nice and tight. And then fold this back piece back and do wraps right at the same spot. And as you can see, we got some excess. What we're going to do is we're just going to cut off the excess. Okay, and guys, we are almost done. So, here is one of my rubber legs. And I'm going to tie it in the same size, same side, the length of the hopper. I'm going to put in 2 wraps. I'm going to take this top one. I'm going to move it over. Okay. And then another couple wraps. I'm going to fold this back. Go to the eye of the hook. Put some wraps in there. Come on. Get back. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Tighten it up. Cut that off. Alright. You're going to pinch this. Cut those off. These are a little too long. That one's also splaying straight out, but that's okay. And there you have it, guys. A GFA hopper. I've been given the disclaimer recently that I'm not a professional fly tyer. Anyways, guys, we only have 2 flies left. One of them is a purple haze and the other one is a purple caddis. And then this fly tying series is over. So, congratulations again to Ethan. I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned something. And if there's anything I want you to learn, it's not to be embarrassed when you are in front of the camera fly tying or doing whatever else. Because I should be, but these things still catch fish and I'm okay with that. So, as always, guys, like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you would like to, and take care of yourselves. Be well, and I'll see you on the next one.